Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. I want to try an experiment today. Can I make a YouTube video without a topic? So let's try that today. What are we going to talk about? Who knows? I can see right in front of me I got True Lies sitting on top, because I was trying to film a video before this which was going to be titled DVD Sucks, which obviously people know that I've been doing this series around being a devil's advocate for formats and pointing out their shortcomings and where the cons of the format are. But I decided, you know what? Let's kind of stale that concept. Why do we need to stir up the internet to get traffic? So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to toss that video out. Not this. I'm not going to toss that because that's a really cool cover. But you know what I'm saying? I just want to do a fun video that, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to grab off the shelf here. We could do anything. I mean, I picked up this and was talking about VHS in that video, and I'm not going to release the video because it's kind of cringeworthy. But yeah, Spice World. Never seen Spice World. But VHS tapes, look at this. Who remembers the experience of VHS tapes? Like, putting this in a player and then actually playing it. Like, this is a cool thing to have, in 2024, going on 2025, VHS tapes, look, I will partially do the video. Look, VHS tapes had to die for DVD to truly shine. And my point in the DVD Sucks video was going to be, how can we truly move on progression-wise to the new formats and have studios fully focusing on the new formats like 4K and like Blu-ray especially, because Blu-ray is starting to lose market share now that it's been so up on that market for so long. How can we truly see the next format shine while the last format that was the mass adopted one is still there? Because obviously VHS had to go away for DVD to truly shine. That was going to be the point of the video, and that's what I was going to try to hammer home, but it kind of, I wasn't hitting the points in that video, so that's why I decided to scrap the video. But, what's appealing about collecting 4K Blu-ray? I haven't really talked about that, because obviously I've done the one that triggered the whole internet, 4K Blu-ray Sucks, and I also did Blu-ray Sucks, which triggered the whole internet. But I haven't really talked about what's so appealing about collecting 4K and also Blu-ray, and even DVD. Well, the thing about collecting is it's an experience. And I know what I can talk about. Give me 2 seconds. I have to go outside of the room and get something. Give me 2 seconds. I'm still here, guys. You can still hear me. Just in case you think I'm running away, I am still with you via the microphone. So don't go anywhere. I am coming straight back. I'm coming right back to you right now. And I am right back with you. Let's look at some pickups I've done yesterday. Now, obviously, you've seen the Black Friday sales and some also imported last week. So I've got my hands on The End of Obesity. Cartman goes on, semi-gluten or whatever it is. And, that's a really cool episode of South Park. So we'll put that on the shelf somewhere. I don't know if I can actually fit it anywhere. That's going to have to just sit out for now because I don't have anywhere to put it. Play Misty for me. Great Clint Eastwood movie. Got that on 4K. Got it imported. And the big part of my collection right now, the new box set for Columbia Classics. Now, I've been leaving these sealed beyond part number 2. I'm going to open them one day, but, the one I got this for was mainly Tootsie. But there's a lot of stuff in here that, I wanted this box set to continue my collection going. I've got 4 over there sitting up there. Let me turn the camera around and you can see that. I don't really take hold of the camera when I'm doing this, so we're going to do that. We're going to have some fun with this today, because we don't actually have an idea. So you can see the Columbia Classics over here. You can see the 4 box sets. And now I've got number 5 that I just showed you, this is number 5. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. Let's pull this back around. We'll put that right there. Well, let's turn that like that. There we go. That's looking a lot better. But you know what I'm saying? Like, collecting for me is about just enjoying the fun of it. That's what we do as the collectors. We're always saying like, oh, the best quality and reference quality and look how great the disc is and we got to get that disc because it's so good and everyone needs to run out and buy it or the formats will all go away. We forget about, a lot of us collect because we love it, but also with me, we lost what was the previous thing there that a lot of collectors would have went to before starting their big collections, which was video shops, which was Blockbuster, which for me was Video Easy. When we lost the rental stores, a lot of collectors were like, well, we don't have that experience. I mean, you still have a JB Hi-Fi there, which you can go in, but you're essentially buying rather than renting, you know? And so a lot of people are like, well, I need to have everything I want, but also part of going to a video store, and this is why I keep a lot sealed, and also why I buy stuff that I don't usually watch or may not grab off the shelf here and there. It's because it's about exploration, and it's about figuring out, okay, I want to watch Barry McKenzie. That's a great movie. Debut of Dame Edna Everage. What's one that I haven't seen here? I don't know. I don't really know if there's anything in my collection that... Oh, here you go. Violent City. Never seen this one, but I can tell by the cover. The cover is amazing, and I am a fan of Charles Bronson. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have that in the collection because, if anything, I'm going to watch a Charles Bronson movie. I know what I'm like. I know I'll go towards Charles Bronson. And, I mean, it's got Jill Ireland in it as well. I think Jill Ireland was his wife at one point. He may have dated her at one point. Now, where did I get this from? I think that's a Blu-ray, yeah. That would have come from the Western or Action. Yeah, it came from there. Boom. But you know what I'm saying? Like, collecting is meant to be fun, and it's meant... As I said, when you buy, you buy some things if they're on the cheap or whatever, you go like, oh, you know, if it's cheap enough, I'll have it in the collection because I may watch it at some point, and I'm probably going to end up watching that one. It's just a matter of, I like the spontaneous nature of my collection, where I can go, you know what? Tonight I want to watch American Pie, or tonight I want to watch Deadpool and Wolverine. Who knows? Maybe I'll go for a romance, you know? I like to have the browsing aspect of it. That's gone away since Video Easy and Blockbusters went away. And as we get more towards this dystopian future of everything's online at your fingertips, it's not the same experience. And what I mean by that is, back when you had a DVD, you essentially you've committed, when you've put that disc into their player, whether it's True Lies or whatever, you get the disc out of your cover, you put it in the player, you put the disc in, and that's it. Now it's like, oh, here you go. You have everything at your fingertips. You click the thing, it starts auto-playing, and then half the time you get an ad there that goes to something else. And it's like, oh, you've just watched episode 1 of this. What about this TV show? We just launched this TV show. You can come over here and watch this TV show. And it's like, no, I want to watch the next episode of that TV show. No, but you want to come over here and watch this. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so in your face streaming, and it's like, it's basically, you are the product, and they know they have to sell ads, they need to keep you on their service as long as possible. And sometimes they'll give you stuff that's just like, oh, we'll keep them on the service. Just give them something recommended so we can keep them here. Have it autoplay, even though they didn't choose to play it. Have it autoplay. It annoys me that it's not the same experience. And likewise, when you get this, the experience of the covers as well. You can kind of look at the covers. I've also got the Laserdisc of this, which is a way better cover. It's massive. But you can see the cover, like, that is an experience. You know, you get that off the shelf and it's like, yeah, Arnie, okay, what is the story of this? You turn it around, oh yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Special Agent Harry Tasker. Oh yeah, it's got the widescreen presentation, it's got the original movie trailer, the animated menus. That's something that never made it across to DVD in large part. Now, obviously, they had some aspects of animated menus, but it wasn't the same as DVD. And picture disc, whatever that means. So yeah, it's got an interactive menu from James Cameron, the director of T2 and Aliens. We all know how I feel about the 4K of T2. We all know how I feel. But, you know, I don't really understand why people want... I mean, and I get it's more convenient. But it's like Spotify. I am not on Spotify. I mean, I've got a Spotify account, but I don't use Spotify. And why is that? Because I pay for YouTube Premium. It's like, I understand people can do their things with YouTube Premium. I know there are other ways around the ads. But for me, I'm like, you know what? I use this product almost hourly, almost daily, you know, or definitely daily. So I'll pay for that. It's a thing I see actually a good, what's the thing? Not return, but like, I see value in it. So I'll pay for YouTube. And the reason for that is, I get my YouTube Music with it as well, which is freaking awesome. YouTube Music is probably the first streaming service I've ever, like the first music streaming service that I've actually found that where it always finds the song I'm looking for. Because it has that vast catalog of YouTube that it draws from. And it's like, oh, okay, we can't find the song from the artist you're looking for, but we can see someone uploaded a copy of that to YouTube. here's the YouTube video. And I'm like, yes, that's what I was looking for. I try looking for the same thing on Spotify, and Spotify will just say, we don't know what that is. Sorry, go away. Here's a podcast. Here's some audiobooks. And I'm just like, that was not what I was asking you. So, yeah, Spotify just does my head in sometimes. That's why I'm not on it. I haven't paid for a subscription on there in years. And they send me these offers like, oh, you can get 3 months for $14. And I'm like, that's $14 too much. I don't want it. You know, if they said, oh, if you get 3 months for free, I'd be like, okay, I'll try it out for 3 months for free. If I like it, I'll stick around. But I'm not going to pay for Spotify at this point. I'm just like, yeah, if you give me 3 months for free, and that's only for new subscribers, apparently. That's for the new subscribers. If they give it for returning customers after a year who haven't been on the service for a year, I might come back, but I'm not coming back for $14 for 3 months. Not worth it. I've got YouTube right there. You know? Love you, YouTube. Love you guys on YouTube. Love the YouTube algorithm. Give me some traffic. But yeah, who saw my video the other day? I made a funny little video about red caps. This is the thing about me, like, doing a topic. I'm doing the video without having an actual topic in mind. Who saw the video, the short that I did about red caps, about how they don't have the same meaning? Like, I remember this one. Someone's going to crop this up, but who remembers the red cap when it wasn't this? And I know this is the top one. This is like the Baywatch one. I bought this because I had the blonde thing and I was trying to do a Taylor Swift thing back when I was doing the TikToks. I had the Taylor Swift thing. So, I bought this one for like a Taylor Swift, like red sort of thing. God, I can't believe Taylor's here at the end of the month. Yeah, I couldn't get any tickets. I'm starting to feel like I'm not going to be able to see her. Tickets, I got 22. Hold on, you bought 22 tickets? Yeah, because like, I'm going to take my cats and Taylor's going to see my cats and fall in love and like adopt them as their own, you know? You're taking your cat. If you had the opportunity to buy 22 tickets, you would have done it too. You would have bought your cat tickets too. No, I wouldn't have bought that many tickets. I would have only got myself one and maybe another one to another show or something. But like, I would have bought one and then left the rest for other fans, you know? We're a community. We need to look after each other. I'm going to go and stand outside the stadium when she's performing, just so I can hear the music and be close to her. Yeah, I guess we'll have to stand outside the stadium because someone isn't sharing tickets. Dreams, think, daydream, look in his eyes, meow, 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 meow. And then red caps along the way have kind of lost their meaning. I remember when red caps used to be like Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit, and you'd put on the red cap and turn it back to front, and it'd be like Limp Bizkit. I remember when it used to be Baywatch, when Pam Anderson was the red cap, and you know, you would have Baywatch. But, you know, red caps have evolved over time. Baseball, especially, you know. I think Red Sox wear red caps. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Have you guys been entertained by this video? I don't know. I'm just kind of making it up. If you guys want to watch a video, I've unvaulted all of... So, obviously, a lot of people know I've started a new channel. It's not really a new channel. I've rebranded a channel that was just sitting there dormant for a while. It's called now Jamie Toomey News. But what it originally was called was Wrestlers, and then at one point it was also called Jamie Toomey Tech. And those have been defunct for a while. But I had all these videos there, especially from Wrestlers, because I really went hard on Wrestlers, and then it just wasn't hitting with an audience. And so I was like, okay, no one's watching these videos, vault them and try to rebrand the thing at some point. And so I kind of had all these YouTube videos where I'm talking about wrestling topics. One went really hard about me kind of dissing AEW. That got about 3,000 views back a couple of months ago. But I vaulted it. I was like, you know what? People don't want to watch this. So I vaulted it. So now that I've really doubled down on Jamie Toomey News, I've decided to pull all those from the vault. They are up and available right now on Jamie Toomey News, which you can find in the description. It's really cool. It's cool to watch how I was presenting back when I first started the channel. And it's fascinating. I'm sure, I don't know where I am on the screen right now, but I'm sure I'll put a box somewhere on the screen here to some of those videos over on the other channel. And yeah, I don't know. We made a video without having an actual topic in mind, I guess. Tell me some of your thoughts about everything. I don't know. Jump down in the comments and tell me something. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Tell me some content that I can make. What do you want to see me do? I'm not going to show the living room, though. I'm not going to show that. I consider that like a holy sanctum to me. Although people following the Instagram will have seen parts of it. Obviously, I've showed it in my Instagram posts here and there, so another reason to follow the Instagram, I've told you for months. And yeah, otherwise, watch some of the videos and let me know in the comments what you want me to see. Peace. Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. Did you know DVD sucks? And why am I saying that? I am clearly a big collector of DVDs, so why am I saying it sucks? Well, it's part of this ongoing series I've got going, analyzing really the cons of formats that I love. So I did one that was Blu-ray sucks, and I did one that was 4K Blu-ray sucks. And the point of those videos were to be devil's advocate in a way. Pointing out the shortcomings, saying, hold on one second, why is it bad? I mean, it's very good for a lot of reasons, but why would it be bad? So let's start with DVD and have a look at why I think it sucks. Well, it's just the format that won't go away. Look, we have been on the Blu-ray generation for at least 15, 20 odd years at this point. Blu-rays debuted in, I believe, 2006. So, 18 years, almost 19 years. And alongside it, DVD has continued to exist and be released and be supported. And look, when VHS was the big player in town, and VHS was the big thing, everyone had VHS players, everyone had VHS. Well, they had to go away first for DVD to truly shine. Now, obviously, they existed for a while alongside DVD, but it wasn't until like maybe the PlayStation 2 era, where PlayStation 2 had a DVD drive in it, that it truly took off as a format to DVD. And you saw market share start to happen. Now, obviously, people say, oh, but they were still releasing VHS and VCRs until 2016, and the last VHS came out in 2006 with History of Violence. I understand all that. I understand when VHS kind of had its hurrah. I know when it sort of faded away. But we had to see VHS truly go away first, or at least be beaten in market share for the next generation takeoff, which was DVD. And what we're seeing now is DVD just won't go away. I mean, how can we truly move on to the Blu-ray and 4K generation when DVD is still the biggest market share out of anything? It has about, I believe it was 50% of the market, or around that, 45% maybe. This is still the biggest physical media format in the world. And why is that? Obviously, if you're buying secondhand, look, DVDs have been around forever now. They've been around since at least the 90s. So the point of entry is very cheap. And why is it so appealing to new collectors? Because it's so cheap. Because you can go into places like the Salvation Army, you can go into places like Goodwill, you can go into places like, your secondhand shops, and get like a bag full of these for maybe $10, $20, It's very cheap point of entry. And as you hear renovations going on, there's renovations happening in the apartment block. Well, this is something that a lot of collectors say, you know what? Do I really need the Blu-ray and 4K for certain things? 9 times out of 10, you'll see like a Blu-ray release and even a 4K release where certain restorations can butcher what was there. Let's talk about something like, I'm sure it's here somewhere. I probably have it in the, I've got a section right in front of here in the bookcase where I kind of store stuff as well. I can't see the action, but the Cameron movies I'm mainly thinking of. There's action down the bottom. Let's grab it off the shelf if it's there. No, it's not there. Oh, there. That's there. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I will show you. So something like True Lies. Obviously, a lot of people didn't like the 4K restoration of that. Obviously, there's stuff in the 4K restoration like digital noise reduction. There's stuff like minor alterations that a lot of people just don't like. And they say, oh, well, why would I upgrade from the DVD copy? Also, the DVD copy you can probably get for $1 when the new 4K costs, maybe 40 times more. For $1, you might be paying $40, $50, $60 for the 4K. And that's the case with a lot of new formats. But even then, this movie didn't get released on Blu-ray, so you don't have that Blu-ray copy to move on to. And a lot of people just don't see the value in Blu-ray or 4K because DVD is there, and DVD is so readily available, and so it's meant to be like a complement to what's the word? To when streaming's not available. When the internet goes down or whatever, DVD is meant to be the complement to that. And you have DVD available, a lot of people aren't going to run out and say, oh, I need to get all the 4Ks for when the internet goes down. There are collectors like myself who do it, but not everyone's running out to do that. And you have to look at, DVD has staying power, and you have to think DVD had thought out menus. DVD really nailed what it was meant to be. It had to. It was competing against VHS, which was set in for decades. So DVD had to deliver. But it continues to hold a market share because, A, the menus are better. I'll admit that. The menus were better. There was a lot of thought out menus. There were a lot of exclusives that you just can't get on modern formats. Like obviously Lord of the Rings, for example, a lot of people still prefer their DVD versions of Lord of the Rings because they are what people consider the definitive versions. But DVD sucks because how do we get progress when the last thing that was here won't go away? As I said, VHS had to go away before we could truly see DVD shine. And while we've seen Blu-ray shine relatively, obviously that's got about 30% market share, it's not shining like DVD ever did. Oh, and 4K is coming up as well, but as you see Blu-ray start to fade down, 4K will take Blu-ray spot, while DVD stays almost unaffected. And I think it comes down to a lot of people are just more comfortable with DVD. It is a cheaper format, but what I don't get is a lot of people go in the store and buy brand new DVDs when the Blu-ray copy is sitting right beside it, and they're like, oh no, the DVD is just good for me. Why would you not take that option? It's kind of mind-baffling to me, that mind-blowing, you know? It's like, why would you not at least consider getting the higher quality version? Also, we need to talk about what has staying power about the DVD. Well, A, the covers were better, but also it kind of sucks because look at how much space this takes up on a shelf. Now, obviously CDs had something different. I don't have any CDs in front of me, but CDs had a lot smaller cases, you know? And a lot of people ask, like, why does DVD need such a big case? Like, look at that, one disc in the middle of a center case. Yes, it's kind of an experience, but could we not have made it smaller? Or if you want the high-end collector thing, go Laserdisc, you know? It just doesn't make sense that a cover like this needs to be so big for such a little disc. Now, obviously, it was trying to replace VHS, and you can see the sort of footprint. It was reduced from VHS to that size. But do we really need such big cases? I mean, obviously, look, that's a bone to pick with all formats. Like, why do we need 4K in these big, large cases when it's only like a tiny disc taking up like a fraction of the space? Why are we putting them in these big plastic holders? Like, yes, it's an experience. I will admit it's an experience. You want to get the experience of holding it in your hand. But is there really a need to have such big covers at this point in time? Like, one thing about the PS Vita, for example. Let me just grab a PS Vita. And I will pick a bone with Switch while I'm here. Look at the PS Vita cases. Why could a DVD, for example, like obviously extend it out a bit like that way, like a CD case would be, why could it not fit in there and then you make like a fold out or whatever? Why does a case have to be this big, you know? And while I've got that bone to pick, why are Switch cases this big for a little cartridge in there that takes up like a fraction of the space? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Whereas you look at Vita, it still was a bit of an excessive thing with Vita as well, but you know, I don't think anyone's going to claim my... I mean, I bought this secondhand. I don't really care about PS3 copy of that, but yeah, if you saw that, you saw that. But look at that space. Why do we need all this extra headroom up here for a Switch thing? Yeah, cases are a bit of a annoying thing about collecting. I will admit that. It's very, very annoying. But also, I understand the experience. I understand why people might want that. Also, we need to look at... Is DVD actually dead? Well, obviously it's thriving. It's probably going to survive and outlast 4K and Blu-ray. And why is that? It's because studios have understood that they can get away with just releasing a DVD copy and be done with it. Because DVD is so like, it's like the phone-in job in a way. It's like, okay, now back in the day it used to be a better experience. It used to be, okay, let's think out the menu, let's hide little Easter eggs there, let's figure it out. But now it's just like, oh, just put it on a disc and release it, we don't care. Just give it the iTunes menu, we don't care. And studios are employing that now. A lot of studios would say, oh, well, okay, if we can get away with just doing a DVD, let's just do a DVD. It's cheaper, it's a lot more easier to produce. Let's just chuck that out there. Yeah, perfect, done. Why wouldn't you just do a like, okay, let's do a box set, let's put them all in one and everyone has an option. DVD doesn't have to exist in its form currently, but I mean, look, I'm kind of happy that it's still existing. Don't get me wrong, as I said, I'm playing devil's advocate in this series. But I am happy that it's still existing. But how can we get to that next step in progression when this format is still existing and holding back the new formats? I don't know, guys.